The goalless draw away to Southend, and I think a game where you really had to put your body on the line for that one.
Yeah, definitely. We knew it was going to be a tough game, obviously being away from home first and foremost, but we knew they were going to come out the traps. Obviously we had a good result in the week. They had obviously a disappointing one, losing obviously to 10 men, but we knew we had to be resolute, we knew we had to be strong, and we certainly stood up to it, especially come the end of the game where you're putting your bodies on the line, tackles, blocks, headers, interceptions. It was the ugly side of the game that we did well, and I think we definitely cannot underestimate the point here.
You said the ugly side of the game, those tackles, the blocks, a lot of them coming from yourself. Do you feel the extra responsibility as captain to be leading from the front in those sort of situations?
No, not necessarily. No, I think it just comes with the job, with not necessarily being captain, but just being a professional. You put your body on the line to win games, and you certainly put your body on the line to keep clean sheets for the defenders. What the defenders kind of live for, and being in the midfield, it kind of comes with both ends, with obviously attacking and defending at the same time. So to a man, we were resolute, we were strong, we put our bodies on the line, and like you say, on another day, especially last year, I think we maybe could have gone under a little bit. We maybe could have kind of got beat, especially how much pressure they were putting on. You look at like last year here, obviously going 2-0 down, obviously having that fight back to come back. Torquay away last year was tricky, and I think we learned from them games last year, and we certainly stood up to it. But also we had that little bit of play on the other side of it, not what we normally do, not how fluent we normally are. Credit to them, they made it hard, but we still got in position. We still had kind of half chances to win the game, but I think a point from our point of view is a fair result.
You said you learnt from sort of situations last season, but what do you put that mentality down to? Is it just purely experience, or is there someone else in the group now?
A bit of both, I think. You definitely you can't take anything for granted in this league. Like, I've played in this league for years now, and it does not get any easier, especially away from home. We obviously got we're playing at an football league club, so they're always going to have a bit about them, especially being at home. But yeah, you certainly learn from the games that you play. Last year, us as a group, we've definitely become stronger. We've definitely become even more together than what we were, especially at the back end of last year. And I think that's shown with our performances, with our structure without the ball. And I think we're finding our feet a little bit in terms of being more resolute without the ball and behind the ball, and having that more structure about us. But also on the other side of it, when we do win it back, we've certainly got the players and we've got the ability to exploit teams. It just, unfortunately, it didn't happen for us today.
Say that obviously every team wants to win, but how much do you gain as a group from these sort of performances?
You do want to win every game. No one goes into a game thinking that you're not going to win it. No one comes off the pitch thinking that we didn't do enough, we did do enough. Did we do enough to win the game today? Yes and no. We had opportunities, but we also kind of shown the other side of the game that we were probably lacking, especially at the start of last season. But you definitely cannot underestimate the point away from home, especially 0-0, clean sheet, something to build on. We had a good result midweek where we had a lot of the ball. We played some good stuff, moved the ball around. The pitch was slick. This pitch was a little bit drier, grass slightly long, a bit spongy, but there's no excuses. It's the same for both sides, and we had to adapt. We had to adjust ourselves in the game to try and exploit what we knew we had to exploit to get chances. Did we do it to our best of ability? Maybe not, but we still created half chances, like I said before, to try and get something out of the game. But I think all in all, you come away from here with a point and a clean sheet. I think it's definitely something to build on. I know kind of results around us kind of went our way as well. I think everybody drew, or if not dropped points. So it's definitely a point game rather than 2 drops. So we'll move on from it. We'll put it behind us. We'll take the positives from it, and we'll certainly go into next Saturday, get at home, get the crowd bouncing, and try and put on a performance to get the 3 points. And it makes today look an even better point than what it already is.
You mentioned that game next Saturday. You've already got the motivation from today, but do we owe Torquay one as well after last season?
Yeah, you can probably say that about a lot of teams that you get beat by. Yeah, we only took 1 point off them last year. We're in a good. I don't know how they got on today themselves, but we're certainly in a good place. We're not getting carried away. We're keeping our feet on the ground. We're staying humble, staying focused. We're not kind of looking too far ahead. We're taking it game by game. lad said in there, like this, we're never going to get the rub of the green all the time. We're never going to have it our own way all the time, and we've got to find ways to grind out results, whether you're grinding out a win or you're grinding out a point. And today we ground out a point, and we'll certainly move on from that. We've got a massive game, like you say, now coming up next week. We'll rest, we'll recover, come back in whenever we're back in, and be raring to go.
All the best, Youngie. Thank you.
No problem.